I wanted to be like an industry producer or whatever, but I felt like, doing YouTube is kind of like corny. Not corny, but I had that in my head, like, people will think less of me or something.
If like you're trying to DM someone, don't DM them weird and be weird.
Just be normal. You know when you watch a video of like a producer and they'll say, just turn the kick up, and you're like, they must be lying. Like there's got to be some sort of secret trick. Like literally is just just turn the kick up, put a soft clipper on the master, and it's good. Welcome to the first episode of the Inky podcast. Myself and Hicks.
Yo, what's good, people?
So today we're just gonna be doing like a general talk about music, how we got into music. We're gonna go through a few people's questions and just generally see how it goes. So I guess we're gonna get straight into it. The first thing we're gonna talk about is how we got into music. So I'll start off with you.
Well, getting into music is, I don't really know what got me into music.
Or more specifically, how did you get into production?
I think the first time I ever got into production is from, weirdly, a Tyler Creator song. I think it was when he dropped, what is it, Cherry Bomb? I think that's the album. Fired My Wings. There was a song on there. And I went home and I found this weird loop, like it was like inspirational video loop. And I used it as like the intro.
What, like a video on like a self-motivation video?
And I put it in a beat at the start and it dropped and it was like not even a chord. I don't even know what it was, but I never even knew anything about music or anything, but it was weird. But I still got it, to be fair. But it's so beat. Bad.
Well, at least you can listen to it and show how far you've came.
Well, I suppose. Well, really.
What year was that? 2015.
I
feel like that album came out in 2015.
Oh, that was time ago. Yeah. I'm quite old.
Mine's like a year later though, 2016.
Yeah, no, I think it was my first year of college for people in the UK, which is like 16, 17.
Yeah.
Probably when I probably first started.
But you'd always been into music before that?
Yeah. My brother was a DJ, so I used to always like play on his decks and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But
I never had a DJ phase.
Yeah, no,
I
never really got into DJ, and it was just I just like that sort of music. I think like where I like vocal music. Like a lot of my stuff that I use always has to have vocals in it. Like
what do you mean?
90s, 90s vocals, stuff like that.
Yeah. But I guess no, think about it. Yeah, I suppose DJing is kind of like
But not. The music you used to play is a UK garage, so that's quite.
Yeah, but that has lots of vocal samples and stuff, doesn't it?
So that's why I think I like that sort of thing. It's just like.
Yeah, for
weird.
me, I remember 2016. Me and you both have a thing about this era of Travis, when Birds in a Trap, like what's it called, dot wave radio.
Yeah, that was so good.
I remember that time period, like what was that? August 2016, like the summer of 2016.
Yeah,
because I got a MacBook from my dad for school.
That was time ago.
And my dad got me a MacBook for school, and then fucking GarageBand was on it. And I remember I like sampled like a Jimi Hendrix thing off YouTube or something. I was like, oh, this is like the craziest thing ever. I think I showed my mum. But yeah, I started from there, and then I got Logic, and then I moved on to FL. But like that specific time period where it was Birds in the Trap, Dot Wave Radio, Party Next Door 3, Black's first album came out, like those kind of
that was when you
inspired me.
That was when you was making the Smoke, what is it, SDP interlude remakes on YouTube.
I did that. Yeah, I like remade the beat for how do you remember that? That's crazy. I didn't even remember that. Oh my god. Yeah. What did I do? I remade the beat.
I think you just literally remade it.
Yeah, I remade the beat for SDP interlude.
Then you told everyone Birds it was actually a replacement.
No, I didn't. That's just a lie. Did I do that?
No,
I was gonna say. I was like, what? This guy's lying on live air. And that actually got quite a few views, I feel like, as well on YouTube, like back in the day.
Yeah, it did. To be fair.
And that also shows how long I've known this guy.
Yeah,
we've known each other since then, like before then, right? No, it can't be, because that's when I started.
It was before,
like 2017, maybe.
It was before Birds in the Trap.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Because I remember we spoke. We was all going all crazy when it was dropping on like the radio.
Oh yeah.
So okay, I think it was like 6 months. A year before that, I reckon.
Are you sure? Nah.
I've definitely known you for like
it can't
7
be that.
years. I didn't know.
Because I remember I got maybe what? I swear I got my laptop in like 2016 around my birthday, around the time that Birds dropped, and then after that I started making music.
Yeah.
I mean, you wouldn't know.
6 years ago. So I'm 24, old, but I knew you when I think before I turned 19, because I just went to uni.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's when we first knew each other. So whenever
I feel like it's like 2016, 2017. I feel like.
Yeah.
Personally, that's how I feel like it's been. But then I feel like it's been longer. I don't know. That's weird. That's really weird. I can't pinpoint it.
Yeah.
Maybe my internal clock is just not the same as I think it is.
I can't really remember.
Yeah. How you're 24.
Yeah.
I'm 22.
10.
This guy's fucking older than my dad.
I am your dad. Cut that, please.
So we met around that 2016, 2017 era, I think, around Birds in the Trap. But we actually met through Twitter.
Yeah.
I remember. I think I was posting type beats.
Yeah. And
maybe you were as well. And you DM'd me on Twitter. Oh, let's work or something.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
I was terrible at this point. And I think, I just replied to you. We started talking. I remember specifically the first beat in it.
I know what you.
It was was it Frank Ocean type beat?
Probably,
I think I did a Frank Ocean type beat, and you. I sent it to you for feedback or something, and you were like, "The kick shit."
It was shit.
So I guess honest feedback, and then from there, we just built a relationship, and like. Was the first time I met you? Manchester. We saw Travis, innit?
Was that the first time?
The BBC One Extra thing.
Yeah, that was a very long night. I ended up at a wedding, but we won't discuss that.
I forgot about that. Yeah. So we met on Twitter. We met for the first time, and then I guess did I start doing YouTube first? Because I think that's the thing. People think like, oh. Like I know you through YouTube or something, but like I was saying, we've known each other for like ages. I think we probably started around the same time, to be honest. I think maybe I started a little bit before you.
But I think I stopped producing for like 4 years. Like I only started producing again properly. Like I didn't know anything about producing until like when Corona, like the first pandemic, and that's when I sort of like okay, I'm gonna probably study how to make music a little bit better.
Yeah.
And maybe where I had a lot of time off work, I was like, okay, I'm going to just actually try this. Yeah. And it's sort of going well, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, I forgot about that because I knew we met through producing, then you stopped, I carried on, and then you started, like you said, you started again because of COVID, and now you're taking it more seriously again, which is sick.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I forgot, because that's the thing, we were just friends, like even when you weren't making music, we would still talk like every day.
Yeah, we used to just meet up and stuff.
So, yeah, I mean... What made you get back into it?
Just boredom, really.
You just sitting there.
I just had so much spare time, and instead of just playing video games like I used to, just playing video games, just getting angry at them. I just thought, actually, why don't I just do something that I actually enjoy? But it probably stems into the thing of like trying to find motivation to do producing, because like, I'd have a week. I don't know how you feel about that, but I have a week off and then a week off. And then a week off. I don't really like how, like, I'll be so motivated to do it, and then all of a sudden I have a week off. So it was sort of like, that's why I sort of stopped, because I just sort of fell out of love with it and just didn't really have the time. Well, I had the time, but just couldn't really be bothered with it.
Yeah.
I suppose.
I have that. I mean, I have that even now, I guess, where like sometimes it'll be like, I'm gonna make videos, I'm gonna make all these samples, these beats and everything, and then the next week it's like, I cannot be bothered, like everything sounds bad.
Yeah,
my video's 10 out of 10 on YouTube, like that's I shouldn't have started talking about that. Yeah, that's the worst thing. It's not the worst thing. It's great when your video does well, but the 10 out of 10, the 1 to 10 ranking thing,
that
it's
needs
like
to go.
That first 30 minutes and then you check it and it's like make or break if your mood is going to be terrible for the rest of the day or good. But like I said, like even if you have like even Nelk or the biggest YouTubers will still have a video where it's like, oh no, they got 4 million views instead of 5, and they're like,
that's how
it's the same thing. That's how you got to look at it.
Everything's like that though. Like everything in life ain't gonna just be
same. Yeah,
everything
literally.
Ain't gonna just go up to the top of everything. You've just got to work, and like things. Obviously, anything's like a distraction can stop you, but the reason why you have to push past that is just to like that's how you get motivation. If you can just push through them barriers, I suppose you can. Just makes you better overall.
Yeah. I think you have to really enjoy actually doing the process of creating it. Because if you're just doing it to get a 1 out of 10 video, and then you don't get the 1 out of 10 video, you'll just be like, I've wasted all my time doing this. But if you actually enjoy making the video, making the beat, that's why it's so important to actually enjoy what you do. Even
in general in life, that's never going to work. If everything was so easy, everyone would just be so good at everything. Exactly. It's just, that's not how it works.
Well, I feel like it's not even about it being easy. It's like just about like,
I suppose,
the enjoyment of it.
Yeah. If you're doing it just to get 1 out of 10,
then it's like
you're not properly enjoying it. I suppose.
I mean, it's like saying that sometimes I don't like making music. Sometimes I'm not in the mood for it.
Yeah.
For me, I feel like I have to be like, don't have to be, but I make better stuff. I feel better making stuff when I'm happy. You know, some people can like turn their like sadness into music and stuff. I can't do that. I have to be like in a good mood and want to sit there.
If I'm in a bad mood, and I don't even want to look at a Chord or a FL program.
That's true. Literally, I'll just I'll do the bare minimum. If I'm in a bad mood, I'll like start something and then forget this. The chords sound bad, everything sounds bad. But yeah, that's just part of it.
So touching back on YouTube, what was the actual reason for you to actually start doing videos?
So obviously I was doing the like trying to get placements thing, whatever, for a while. Mm-hmm. That's how I started making music. Well, not started making music, but that's like I started working with artists and getting songs, and I wanted to, you know, be like industry producer and have major placements and stuff, which I still want to do, and I still kind of am doing. But I was getting bored of sitting there making samples all day and like, I'm just gonna send it to the same 5 people or something, and then maybe I'll get a song in 6 months. It didn't feel as rewarding, and like I'd get burnt out really quickly because I'm just making samples all the time. So I thought, and I've always wanted to do YouTube since a kid. I wanted to do like, I used to watch FIFA, like KSI, you know, like FIFA YouTubers and stuff. Obviously,
he was actually the 8th side man, but he couldn't get in. They said he just
I missed my train. I missed my train down, and they kicked me out. But yeah, I've always wanted to do YouTube, but I didn't know how or like, and I was kind of conflicted because I wanted to be like an industry producer or whatever, but I felt like, doing YouTube is kind of like corny. Not corny, but I had that in my head, like, people will think less of me or something because I'm doing definitely. It. But honestly, the best decision I've ever made was to just do YouTube.
I told you so many times to do YouTube, and you was like, no.
Really? I don't remember.
I told you so many times. You was like, no, I don't want to do YouTube. I don't want to be a YouTuber. I was like, yeah, but it'll help. But now,
it's definitely. I'm glad I did do it, and that's something that I'd say to everyone is to don't be scared to. There's this big debate about showing your face and like being mysterious as a producer or whatever. Personally, I only saw like growth and stuff, really like where it's okay, like I can see like this is really becoming a thing now. When I started doing YouTube, I put my face out there, because before I would just like post a song I produced or show a picture of me with my back to the camera, you know, something like that.
Back to the camera.
You know what I mean? Like you're sitting at the desk type thing.
Yeah.
So it's like, as soon as I put myself out there and doing YouTube, I saw way more growth. I also love with YouTube is, like I said, I can get a break from making samples. I can still be productive. Like I can make a beat or a sample, record the video for it, edit it, and that takes up like the whole day. But I'm not just sitting there all day doing one thing in FL Studio, trying to make samples and stuff. So
it's quite fun though. You can just do different things. Like you can just change it up. I suppose like if you can make all type of videos, like a fun challenge video, sort of. Just the tutorials. There's not really many limits to what you can do. It's your channel, I suppose, so you can do.
And obviously, some things do better than others. Like my channel has a niche for R&B, and most of my subs want to see R&B. But if I do other videos, maybe they'll not. Like I said, they won't be 1 out of 10. They might be 10 out of 10, but there's no limits to it. It's not like no one watches it. You know, I can have the freedom to do different things.
I suppose if you're doing other videos as well, you're reaching a little bit of a different audience. I suppose it's the same sort of audience, but like if you were to do one artist of like a tutorial of that, then if a different one that not really many people have done, you can just get more traction, I suppose, from other people that don't really know like the other stuff. Yeah,
if I only did R&B every single time, then people were like, eventually you'll reach a limit and you won't be able to go any further. But like you said, if you're doing different things, you can go here.
I think you should do some techno tutorials. Yeah.
Drum and bass.
That's right up your street.
How many views that would get? Here's a drum and bass tutorial, guys. Here's my first DJ set. It's just me, no idea how to DJ. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why I like YouTube, because it's so kind of versatile and it just gives me different things to do, but still being productive.
I actually did YouTube before though, didn't I?
Did you?
I made that old. So my old producer name was Hixie, and I didn't like it. So when I come back, I changed it. But I used to do a YouTube in that. Yeah, for like 6 months. Can you not remember?
What, like tutorials and stuff?
Yeah. Did you not know that?
No.
I probably didn't tell anyone. I don't think I told anyone.
Are they still up?
I've still got the channel, yeah.
Oh, shit.
I got to like 400 subs, and I think in like 3 months, but they were so bad. I was making like Richard the Kid type beats, but they were so bad.
I didn't know that.
When
was this?
I don't know. I think it was like about 4 years ago, maybe.
Oh, okay. So a lot. Okay.
Yeah, it was really long time ago.
Okay. I had no idea about that.
No, but I'll show you them after this. I won't show anywhere else, and they're terrible.
Are they actually still up?
Not up. They're private. No.
Just like, okay.
It was just voice
talking.
Yeah,
okay.
no.
That's so funny. See, it's been in you. It's been within you for time.
Did want to become a YouTuber and be like Logan Paul, but that didn't really work out.
Yo, guys. The Hicks gang.
The Hicks gang, yeah. That's what I might start calling it from.
So yeah, I mean, YouTube, that's why I love it so much. Doing the samples was kind of getting very repetitive for me. Like, I don't know about you in terms of how much can you work in a day? Like, what's your like daily routine?
It just really depends. It just like we said earlier, it just depends on mood.
Yeah.
Like if I'm in a really good mood, I can just make music all day. But if nothing's going right when I'm trying to make something, that computer's getting turned off.
And then what? FIFA?
Nah, don't play FIFA. Let's not mention that game. That makes me too angry. No, I like to study music a lot. Like I like to listen to old music. So that's probably what I'll do if I'm not actually making music. I'll just listen to music and just study it, or not study it, but just like,
take it in. Yeah, I do that a lot. I listen to a lot of music. Like, too much. Like I can't drive and not listen to music.
Yeah, no,
like
I
just can't do it. Yeah, for me, I think my like daily routine. I don't know. I used to get feel so pressured seeing everyone on like social media being like, you gotta make 10 beats a day, 10 samples. I try to
keep off social media as much as possible.
Yeah, it's not good for your head.
I don't know. I just see stuff and I'm like, oh, I'm not doing enough. Yeah. It's just so demoralizing. Yeah.
And I guess that's like a personal thing for like within ourselves. It's like we shouldn't take it like that, but if you do take it like that, then I guess looking at it less is just the best thing you can do.
Yeah, definitely. But just don't get rid of Instagram because you need it.
Yeah, don't delete your account. Just
that's the thing.
Just delete the app or something.
That's the thing about music. You need an account.
It's essential.
That's how you make connections.
It's essential. Like because like having everything together. Like obviously you could just do YouTube, but like having YouTube, Instagram, doing streams, whether that's on Twitch, YouTube, whatever, social, Twitter, like everything comes together. Because like Tryfreeze, I'm going to do a video with soon. He did YouTube. I tried to find his Instagram. It's like he doesn't have an Instagram. He had like 10-15k subs at the time. It's like he doesn't have an Instagram. I like emailed him. I said, I really like your videos, and he replied to an email. But then now he's got an Instagram, and it's just easy to find. You know, like it's very essential. And you can post different types of content, like especially now with TikTok being such a big thing. I don't have TikTok, but like
it's the devil.
I know it's such a important thing. Like YouTube does the short videos now, don't they?
Yeah, but they're sort of weird. I tried to do one of them and it just didn't work.
Oh, it didn't get any traction.
Yeah, because you have to like post it, and if you don't do it on your phone for some reason, if you do it on a computer, you get like a 50% chance of it working.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't know if it's changed now, but that's how it was. It's like they pick and choose if they want to upload it as a short, but if not, it'll just go as like a normal video.
Oh, really?
So I've got a normal video that's just like
vertical. A minute long. Oh, really? So this is that's dumb.
It got bit of views. I thought I just might as well just leave it up.
Yeah, because I know that's what Prod by Jack says on his Instagram. He started posting reels, reels.
Yeah.
And like apparently that's a really good way to grow on Instagram, because the algorithm. I feel like everyone knows now that the algorithm on Instagram is terrible. Like
weird,
some days you can post a story and like it'll get no views, like hardly any of your followers will see it, and then the next day, like half of your followers will see the story.
Is that actually a thing? I didn't know that.
The algorithm on Instagram is completely messed up.
I
think it's based on like obviously how much people click it and stuff. Like if more people comment and like your posts and like reply to your story and stuff, then the more likely it is that it's going to come up sooner in other people's feeds, something like that. But basically Jack was saying like reels, he did reels like how, like I don't know, like the top 5 producer websites or something like that, and it came out really good. Like he got loads of new followers and stuff from it, because like that's the way it's going. Like on Instagram, they're basically trying to turn Instagram into TikTok.
Yeah, I think everyone's doing that.
Yeah, which is, I don't know.
The algorithm's
It's just how it is. You could complain about it, but that's just, I guess that's just how things are going.
I don't think we can complain about it because we've got nothing to do. They're not going to go, oh wait, Lona wants to change it. Oh, we're changing the algorithm. Oh,
you know what I mean? And not complain like to them, but like we could like, oh, why is it like this? Why is it like that? But got to get on with it, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why I like YouTube so much, though. Like you can literally start with nothing, and you can just by luck. Like my third video was how to make 90s R&B samples, and it's on like 31,000 views, and it didn't happen overnight. It's gradually got more and more,
definitely.
but like it's got no tags, it's got no description, the title's very vague, the thumbnail's terrible, but like somehow it's just got to like the top of the searches.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So when people search for R&B samples or 90s samples, my video comes up. So that's why I like YouTube. Like you don't have to be like have some crazy marketing scheme or whatever. You just post good content and people find it. I feel like that's how I got most of my subscribers, through that video.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific video or thing on YouTube?
There's a video I did was like that Noah 40 one. I don't think anyone made one like that. It was like a downsampling one. That's like got like 13k, but that's when I had like 400 subs.
Yeah.
So it was quite. I think that's what everyone messages. Like if I get a message request, that's the video everyone will message me about. But yeah, now that keeps growing. It just grows and grows. But I've seen like when I went on my friend's account. No, I think what's my friend's account? It come up in his like suggestions, so I can see like it actually gets out there, which is cool.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I mean, I think I come up if you search Lona into YouTube, because I tried it on because like obviously if I search it in my YouTube, because I watch producer videos or whatever, I'm gonna come up. But I put it in incognito and I still come up.
Yeah, I've tried that.
I think it does work. Like the way YouTube, like the search I don't even know how to describe it. Like the way it searches work and stuff. Like ocean, obviously if you type in ocean, there's just pictures of videos about water or something, but like he actually comes up. I don't know, it's weird how it works.
No, but definitely if you're getting into YouTube, definitely like researching about the algorithm is probably a good thing to do.
Yeah, I watched some videos about, because it's changed now. I know it used to be tags.
Really weird.
There used to be emphasis on tags, and now I think it says in the tag section of YouTube like this won't really affect how it comes up, how much it comes up. It's just like if someone spells it wrong.
Okay, yeah. That's weird.
So like in my tags for if I'm doing an R&B video, it's going to be, because obviously you can spell R&B R and like the and sign, or RNB. So I spell it both ways, so it kind of comes up in the searches on both, stuff like that. But yeah, it's kind of just.
It's like another one as well, like the order of the tag, the title. Like if you not have the actual, like, say you was making like Summer Walker type beat, if it's at the end of the title, that can affect it.
Oh really?
Yeah, apparently.
Wow. So like putting it towards the beginning would be a good. Yeah. So like, oh cool, I didn't know that.
But that's what I saw online. I don't know if it's particularly true.
No, I feel like it is, and I think because the tags aren't such a big of a thing anymore, I think putting keywords in your description is good. I do it sometimes. Sometimes I get lazy and I don't do it.
Putting the I think that putting the title in the first line of description actually helps as well.
Yeah, so like copying the title, putting it in. Yeah. I used to. I don't do it as much anymore. Maybe I should. But I used to put like loads of keywords in my thing. Like I'd go to detail what I did in the video. So I'd put like, I made a R&B video for Summer Walker in FL Studio. I used a Rhodes and you know what I mean, like really in depth.
A few times, and then I just couldn't bother to explain it.
I got kind of lazy. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. But yeah, YouTube, it is kind of random. I think that's just. I think the main thing is if your videos are good.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I said, the video that has 30k for me, the quality of it's terrible. The mic, the camera quality is terrible. Like I sound so like disinterested in the video. Like I literally just like, oh, hi guys.
But
like I was like scared almost. But like the actual content, like the musical fucking techniques I showed, people liked it. And that's why it's got the views. That's why it's got so many likes and stuff.
Yeah, I think that's what, like, you got to make your videos more like, especially for music tutorials, like straight to the point. No one wants to hear a massive monologue. Like random stuff and you saying like yeet stuff. Like, just get on with it.
That's for me. I think you got to think about what you like to watch.
Yeah.
And then try and incorporate that into your videos. Like definitely. For me, like I think we're the same. We both like to the point stuff.
Yeah.
Like if I'm watching a tutorial, I don't watch many tutorials now. No. But like if I did want to watch a tutorial now, I'd want it to just be like, tell me like.
My attention span's not great. Yeah, so I
feel like I get
lost.
A lot of people, and that's what Mr. Beast says. I know Mr. Beast says that a lot. Like his intros, he says exactly what's going to be in the video.
Yeah, definitely.
Straight away. So literally, as soon as you start your video, at least for me, I'm just going to be like, welcome to the video. Today we're going to do this.
Yeah,
and then maybe I'll show the beat and then get straight into it rather than a really long one.
It, no mucking about.
And like sometimes I'll promote my kit at the beginning or something. But apart from that, I just get straight into it. There's also a balance for me trying to do not too short of a video because obviously I want it to be over 8 minutes so I can get it monetized. So like trying to find a good balance between a video being like me just waffling for the sake of it, and you know what I mean, like I could do that and make a 15-minute video, but it's pointless.
It'd just be pointless.
So finding a good balance is key. I think let's move on to another topic. Who's your favorite producer right now? Or just like now. Not right, just like
forever,
you know what I mean?
Ever?
Not ever, but like in this current generation.
That's tricky. In current generation, I think I like Mike Dean a lot, but right now I really like a producer called Kane1. He's a really good producer.
Oh, the sample guy. Yeah,
he's really good.
Fire. I think he did something on Kanye's album.
I really like G-Right as well. He's decent.
He's underrated. He's sick.
Yeah,
he's so good. Colors 2 by Party Next Door, that whole EP, I think he did all of that.
Was it like a four songs?
Low Battery and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's so good. Peace of Mind. No.
He's really underrated, yeah, for sure. Is there anyone else? Or, okay, I'll change it from producer to what your favourite beats, like songs that, okay, that
actual
beat was
songs?
sick. Like what song you listen to and think this beat is like so good?
I just list like the Bryson, like everything off Anniversary. I just love all that, but that's because I'm just like a 90s R&B geek. I just love stuff like that. But the last song that I listened to, and I was, what's it called? Always Forever by Tiller.
Yeah,
that's good.
I didn't Kane1.
I think he
produced
did.
That. Yeah, I think he
made
did.
That.
Which is mad. Yeah.
But stuff like that, I don't really like. Lately, I've just been listening to. That's pretty much all I've listened to is Tiller and Party Next Door.
Yeah, because you said your favorite album is Party Mobile.
Yeah,
Party Mobile.
Yeah, I just for some reason I just love the album, but
yeah,
I guess not a lot of people do, but I do.
I think some people don't like it as much as his old stuff
because it's different.
Yeah,
but I don't actually like his old stuff compared to.
I said yesterday, I like Party Next Door 3. That's my favorite, but I still prefer Party Mobile or Mobile. anyone there in the comments, is it Party Mobile or Party Mobile? Because Party Mobile sounds stupid, but that's what just rolls off my tongue quickly.
Yeah, I'm just going to quit Party Mobile. That doesn't sound right though, does
Party
it?
Mobile, like it's a car.
What about you? What's
producers or
both?
Beats? My favorite Wonder Girl.
Yeah, definitely.
Wonder Girl. She's like, if I see Wonder Girls produce a song, I'll actively go and listen to it. You know what I mean? Even if it's like an artist I don't like or I've never heard of. Who else? Wonder Girl.
It's hard to think of off the top of your head, isn't it?
G-Rye is a really good shout. I mean, obviously, like Ozzy, he just like has a formula for like how to make the perfect beats.
He's a freak. He's too good
for artists. You know what I mean? Like he doesn't do too much on the drums, but he had a phase where he just got so many placements.
Yeah, it's crazy.
He still does now, but like he did Sicko Mode, like all these huge songs, like back to back to back to back.
He's done so much. I'm ridiculous.
Go on my Apple Music and just quickly scroll through.
Get rid of the Britney Spears that you've been listening to lately. He's mad at Britney Spears and he hasn't stopped talking about it.
I don't know.
That Toxic song is your favourite, isn't it?
Shout out to Britney Spears. I don't even know, actually. It's really hard to think.
What's the last song you listened to and you was like, whoa?
Look, whoa. I don't know. Don Toliver's album was quite good, but the beats, I don't think the beats like stood out like crazy to me.
Like the first half of
There's a beat on Meat Mill's album. I think it's Cold Hearted 3. I really like that. I don't know if you've heard it.
I don't think I have.
It's like it's really good. Yeah, I don't. Baby Keem, the production on Baby Keem's album is really good. I really like that. And then my favorite songs, like with beats that I really like. I mean, obviously, like Exchange.
Yeah, that song.
That type
amazing.
of. I mean, I think we're the same. We both like.
Yeah, I like
R&B.
my vocal stuff.
I used to, like I said, I used to love Travis in like 2016.
Yeah.
Like that was like my thing, like that type of music. But now, I'm much more into R&B.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just so much more like artists that I can listen to from it and stuff like that. Like Party Next Door, Bryson. I can't even think like all R&B Drake stuff, like, you know.
Yeah, definitely. Like I think a lot of R&B like now is there's so many different stuff. Like Summer Walker's new album is like reminds me of old like 90s stuff a little bit.
I think that's why she's blown up so much.
Yeah, she's so good. Have you even listened to the album yet?
No.
So good.
I need to. I've heard like songs from it. I do love her production. Like you said, it's very nostalgic, but it's also modern.
Yeah,
I think that's like a good.
But it's so different. Like it's not different, but it's just like
it's different. It's different enough
to really
to
do that at the minute. She's like such in her own lane. Her voice is so good.
It's different enough to be like, oh, this is like, it's not like we've heard it a million times before, but it's not so different that it's like weird, because everyone likes nostalgia. I feel like that's coming back.
Yeah, definitely.
So I think we're gonna go through a few questions I put up on my Instagram. Just ask me anything about music. So It's Cherry Maid asked, how would you go about starting from zero? It's hard to know where to go next.
It's not really like you could just reach out to people even if they're like quite into the industry or whatever, and they'll still work with you if your samples are good. Like if like anyone could be so different. You could have someone that just makes like samples in their rooms, never showed it anyone. Yeah. You could send them to someone, they'll be like, what? That's so different to something. So you don't really have to just think that like you can't get out there because you're nobody. But working with people at your similar like level and that, you can just work up with them and just work from the ground up sort of thing.
I think Discord is a good place to do that.
Yeah, Discord's good, definitely.
Like in my Discord, your Discord, any like YouTube producers Discord, if you join it, there's going to be obviously a bunch of other producers that you can connect with that, and I feel like on Discord people aren't like judgy. I feel like on Instagram they'll look at your followers and be like, oh no, I'm not going to work with them. But Discord is just like, how I made this sample, and then people will listen to it, and you never know, you can build a relationship through that. I think, let me find the question again.
I reached out on Twitter I messaged him on Twitter years ago. Just
exactly, yeah. It's just a random,
and you actually can make friends out of it. Like, it's pretty good.
I think starting from zero, I think the main thing is just get to a level where your music is like good, like good enough to be like get people's attention.
Definitely,
because that obviously if you're in the music industry, that's your product is your music. So if you're a businessman and your product's terrible, it doesn't matter how good you are at talking this and that, how many people follow you, they aren't gonna want to work with you. So make sure your music's really good. A piece of advice I'd say starting from zero is, well, for me personally, I kind of got like my first few followers, whatever, from working with 451. So again, on Twitter in like 2016, I like DM'd him when he had like no followers, whatever, and we started kind of build a relationship. And then obviously I worked on like 3 songs on his first EP, and then from that people started, oh, you produced this song, you know what I mean? So through that I kind of built like a little following. So I suppose if you wanted to, obviously you can work with other producers, but if you want to work with artists, try and find, I feel like this is kind of obvious advice, but find smaller artists that you think this guy's really good, and that you want to kind of build a sound with. Yeah, definitely. Because I did that with him with 451, and to start with, I mean, he, like, I could hear it. I feel like it's hard to explain, but like I feel like you can hear straight away with an art. When
got a direction to go in, like, sort of thing.
I thought it was good back then. Like if I listen back to those songs now, I'd be like, this is not good. But like the potential I saw in him, definitely. And now obviously he's really good. But yeah, if you can see something in an artist and think, I really like this music, I really think they're going somewhere, then they're more likely to reach to, you know, work with you than trying to hit up DaBaby. But you know,
I suppose another thing, like just hitting up people, and I don't know if you think this as well, but if like you're trying to DM someone, don't DM them weird and be weird.
Just be normal. I mean, for me, like, I don't know about you, I always see my DMs, whether I open them, whether I reply. I try to reply to a lot of them because I want to help people if they have questions, whatever. But just kind of be normal. Just say, hi, I'm a sample maker. Here's like, and then maybe send a screen recording of your sample or something, or a link.
I've had some weird messages in the past. Yeah, someone asking what town I'm from and stuff. Like, what? Like, what's that got to do with it?
Yeah, there's a certain way, and I feel like I would definitely like. It's easier for me to say now that I kind of like, I'm not in a position where I feel like I have to DM loads of people trying to work with them, because back in the day I definitely probably sent some weird DMs, I think like not weird DMs, but like, you know, trying to like, I'm obviously want something from that person, not being like genuine. Whereas now I'm in that position where people are sending me those DMs, I can see it like, oh, you're only trying to just get something out of me, you only want to work with me for that reason. So yeah, I just say, just be normal, literally. Just don't be too over the top, don't be too like, don't say too little, just be like, hey, here's some samples, hope you enjoy them. Because like I said, everyone needs samples. All the big producers, definitely, or any producer needs samples to work on.
There's always like one sample that like no one's heard before. It's so different. Like
you never know.
Anyone can use anything.
Just through DMs, I've found some people that are sick. This guy in my stream, he sent me samples in the stream, and I was like, whoa, this guy's crazy. I found him on Instagram. It's just, you wouldn't even think he's a producer. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, shoot your shot, but shoot it in a way that's not.
And even if they don't even use what you send, like, just keep sending more stuff.
It's all timing. Like, if I say to put on my Instagram, send me samples, and someone sends me a pack of dark samples, but I've got a session with an R&B singer, I'm not going to use samples, but if they're really good, I'll come back to them, you know?
Yeah, but like, you're not going to use even if they're like pretty good anyway, you're not going to use every sample. It's just all taste. Like, people have different ears to other people, so what could sound good to you might not sound good to someone else. And
I'm quite picky as well. I don't know about you.
I'm very
so like, if one chord isn't exactly how I hear it in my head, then I'm like, no, I'm not going to use sample.
Definitely.
That's just me personally. But yeah, I think that is a good question. That's a good question. Let's go on to another one. What did you struggle with when you were starting? I suppose it's kind of the same question, but for you personally, what did you struggle with?
I think understanding chord progressions, I thought that was quite difficult, especially in music.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I just really could. Like when before I came back, and I just thought that was very tricky. I don't know why, but might not be for some people. But you don't even need to know general music theory, to be fair. Like, I bet you there's a few like massive producers these days that probably don't even know music theory or anything.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's all just your ear and stuff.
Yeah, but over the years of how like making stuff, I've sort of just trained my ear. I don't really know music theory at the minute anyway.
No, me neither. No, yeah. I know like a little bit, like I know what chords are and I know certain chords that will sound good together, but most of it is kind of trial and error.
Yeah, definitely. That's probably how you become better, because stuff don't work. You're going to just keep trying different things. You'll find that sort of like formula of what you want to do. I
think what I struggled with to start with making music was I thought there were all these what's the word, like cheat codes and you know what I mean, like to like mixing and mastering and all this type of stuff, but really the more I've done like time wise in music, the more I'm like, it's just kind of simple.
You just got to keep,
you can't overthink it. Like a bunch of people always comment on my YouTube videos, they'll say, how do you master beats and stuff, and I always used to think this like how do I get why do my drums not hit like Wonder Girls, or why are my samples not like this? But it's all just like, you know, when you watch a video of like a producer and they'll say just turn the kick up, and you're like, they must be lying, like there's got to be some sort of secret trick, like literally is just just turn the kick up, put a soft clipper on the master and it's good, stuff like that. That's what I struggle with, kind of overthinking things and thinking, oh, there's some secrets that no one knows, but really it's just sound selection, you know, stuff like that. It's really all the basic stuff, and I think a lot of it comes down to your ear.
Yeah,
and that's something, I don't know, I think you can learn how to get better at it, but I think it's also something that's just like within you.
Just time, and
like
time.
You can't necessarily teach it.
No.
You can only kind of. It depends on what type of music you listen to. So like me and you both listen to a lot of R&B music, so we like vocal samples and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely.
Another question: where do you think music is going, like in the next, I don't know, couple of years or so? What do you think is the next thing, or what do you want to be the next thing?
I don't think I know. I don't really know.
I don't know what is kind of coming up right now. What's the new thing? I mean, maybe kind of like Summer Walker, like the whole like nostalgia thing.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, but that's such a she's the only one that's really doing that. I suppose Brent has sort of that vibe as well. Yeah,
she does do that the best, I think. Yeah, like bringing that kind of like nostalgic feeling to it. I mean, I don't know what else, because for a period of time it was like, I thought like DaBaby and those like Lil Pump, you know, those types of beats. I thought that was going to be like the big thing, but that kind of fizzled out quite quickly. Yeah, that went quick. Don't really know, like UK drill's sort of like dying out a little bit now, isn't it? I think it is. No, I think it's still pretty big. Oh, is it? Yeah, I think that's going to get bigger actually. I don't know, like I feel like someone like Central C. Oh yeah, I suppose. It's probably because I don't even listen to it. True. Yeah, I listen to certain drill songs. I don't listen to a lot. I feel like someone like Central C could be like big in America, because he looks a certain way and he's got he uses UK slang, but his voice. If you listen to Central C, right? Yeah. You know what he sounds like. He was in the studio with Little Yachty. Oh yeah. I saw that video. Yeah. But I feel like Central C's got, like, the way he says words is kind of easier for Americans to hear, stuff like, you know what I mean? I feel like he could blow up. But in terms of, I'm not really too sure. I don't really have an answer for where I think music is going. Bring back the Beatles. Bring back rock bands. That's crazy, actually. Like, music. I think actually, was it Louis? Shout out to Louis Flynn from Loophole. That's the man. Louis, if you're watching this, hi. I think he was saying to me, like, it might have been him, I can't remember, but he was saying about maybe like pop music is making a return. You know, like Olivia Rodrigo, do you know who that is? Yeah. She just like has a #1 song out of nowhere type thing. Because lately on the charts, it's just rap. Yeah. But I feel like slowly, I think it's he said it, like he thinks slowly maybe pop music might make a comeback. You just don't know though, do you? Like, because like The Weeknd's doing that whole 80s pop thing. Yeah, Tory's doing that. I feel like maybe that could come back soon.
The Tory album's going to be good, I think. Very good. Can't wait.
I'm like on the fence about that.
Yeah, but you don't really like that.
I like
old music.
I mean, we made that beat yesterday on stream. It was kind of like an 80s pop thing. I like it. I prefer his R&B stuff though.
Yeah, definitely.
Like Chicks Tape. I don't know what. I can't even speak it.
Yeah, that was so good.
That's like one of my favourite things.
So
but that
good.
is literally just 90s samples or 2000 samples, which is so good. Okay, let's do one more question. What's something new that you've added to your workflow?
Something new. I guess trying to use a lot of voiced chords, maybe. Like, just make them very unique and, like, instead of them just being 4 plain, just minor.
Oh, you mean like pitching notes like, up an octave and down an octave?
And like having like, where you can have like I don't know music theory, but you can have a key that's actually out the scale, but it'll still fit.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't tend to do that, but it actually makes a lot of good feeling.
Out of, like, literally that's not in the...
Yeah, like a lot of like R, especially like even touch Summer Walker beats. Yeah. Have a lot of chords that are like... It still works. Slightly I don't really know how to explain it. But you can still have a key that's out the actual scale.
Yeah,
but,
if it sounds good.
But it works because it's like a diminished chord sort of thing.
Yeah.
But I add that, and I think adding a lot of old, like, different sounds that I wouldn't use, like I've been using a lot of like high pitch Rhodes and stuff like that lately, like old synth sounds and stuff like that. Just using different sounds that you probably don't tend to use all the time.
Trying to work them into your your sounds. I know you've got a couple pedals. I've got some pedals. Yeah. How do you feel about using pedals? Yeah,
they're really good. Not gonna lie, I've not used them that much.
No, but me too. That's the thing. I think that's what I was gonna say. Like, the idea of the pedals is so cool, and like having them on my desk. I love having them on my desk, but
it's not accessible.
Using them in my workflow is so difficult because it's like I've got a delay and reverb pedal, which there's like 1 or 2 settings on there which are kind of unique and like do sound good. Yeah. But then I have to turn it on at the wall. I have to tap the tempo on the pedal.
Oh, you have to do that?
Yeah. So it's like, by the time I've done that, it's just like, I'll just put a Valhalla delay on it and be done with it.
Mine doesn't.
You know what I mean? But so it's like, and I've got another one which is really unique, the shallow water pedal. But again, I'll use it on specific things. Like I sent you a piano thing once, and I used it on that, and it sounded really good. But like, am I going to do it all the time? Yeah, it's kind of like I said, fitting into my workflow. I find really difficult. I want to get some synths. I know you want to get a synth as well. Mm-hmm. But again, it's like I keep looking on eBay and Reverb, and I think, oh, I'll buy one. But then it's like, am I going to use it? Is it going to sit there?
Definitely.
Because like the emulations are so good, like Analog Lab and stuff.
I think if you're buying a synth for like $1,500, I think you're definitely going to use it though.
Yeah, but I said that about my guitar. I bought a guitar specifically to be like, I've paid money for it, so I've got to learn it. Mm-hmm. And I kind of just drifted away from it. I still want to learn it, but that didn't really work for me. Like the whole, spend loads of money on something, I'm definitely going to...
Yeah, I did the exact same thing.
So, yeah, I think pedals I'm on the fence. I know certain people that I've spoken to have been like, they love them and they use them all the time, and then some people have been like me, like, oh, it's kind of hard to use.
I think they're good to use, but it's just what you said, it's so much easier just getting up a plug-in. I think it's just sheer laziness.
Yeah. I think that depends on the pedal you have as well.
Yeah, definitely.
So I know some people have like the Chase Bliss ones, and you can't replicate that with a VST. But like I said, just a normal delay, it's like, and especially the pedals in mono. So if I've got a stereo sound, I've got to record it twice, pitch it to the left, pitch it to the right, and by the time it's just a long process. But yeah, I think it depends on the pedal you have, because a lot of people DM me saying, what pedals should I get, or how do I use them and stuff.
If you're getting a pedal though, like people out there that are getting a pedal, I'd probably just start off with like a cheap one.
A cheap one, see if it works, because you've also got to make sure you got the right interface and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we know about that.
Oh yeah, we both had a nightmare with the interfaces, and a bunch of people DM me, how do I get it to work, all this stuff. So it is for everyone, it's a difficult process, it's a long process. But I think, pedals, I'm on the fence. I'm not too sure about
definitely.
them.
But I think getting like you said, the Chase Bliss ones and stuff, ones like that actually have a unique sound to them.
But then they are more expensive, and they're very hard to get because then you can't just buy them from the place. You have to get them off like second hand and stuff like that. I think we're gonna leave it there for today.
Yeah, we'll probably wrap this up now.
How long have we been going for? About an hour or so. Yeah. Okay. We've had a few. If you see a few cuts in here, it's because I couldn't think of what to say.
Yeah, we're trying to get.
And also the camera died once.
Yeah, we're trying to get used to this. So if you like any questions, any suggestions down below, just let us know because we just want to improve this. We'll get better as it goes. This is just a trial for now. Trial, but
just because we're in the same building. Normally it will be over. Like if you guys like it and we do it regularly, it'll mostly be over Zoom.
Yeah, definitely.
But we definitely want to get guests on for like 100%. So if you guys have any suggestions for any guests, comment it down below. Just let us know. Anyone, obviously within reason.
Definitely, yeah.
But yeah, producers, artists, anyone really. Obviously, try and keep it music related. Yeah, my dad.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my dad on, and we're gonna just ask him about his vinyl collection.
I think that's it. Like I said, any suggestions, leave them in the comments, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, people.
Bye.